right, so we're here with Obi Odimma, starting right guard for this whole year. First year for you here at Dal. Contributor right off the top, which is awesome. Love to hear a little bit about your football background.
Well, thank you very much. I started playing football at around age 12. I played for the Vaughan Rebels in Toronto. It was a lot of fun playing, growing up like that. Learned a lot about football. I ended up playing in grade 9 at Brebeuf College, my first year of high school. I won a championship that year, which was a really big game changer for me. Learned a lot about football. Learned to love about winning and everything like that. So pretty cool. From there, went to the States and played for Football North my COVID year. Didn't have a great time, so I ended up leaving that same year. And then transferred over to Woodbridge College in my grade 11 and 12 years, and played football there until I got here.
Right, so coming from Ontario, obviously a little different coming to Nova Scotia and stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences, being in Nova Scotia for the first time, going to university?
Yeah, it's a really big difference, I'd say. I really think that Toronto is like Halifax, but Halifax is just really small.
Yeah.
Like it's Toronto condensed. But Toronto is like a really big city, a lot of people, a lot of different cultures, and you really get out here and you see a difference in the culture. And guys are faster out here sometimes. You see a little bit of difference in speed and strength, but I think a lot of competition out here when it comes to football. And just people in general are actually nicer here, I think.
That's good.
In Toronto, everybody's, close together, so they get upset. But here, everybody seems to be a lot nicer.
Right, so to kind of building off that a little bit, like talk about people being nice to you and stuff like that. Obviously, a freshman coming into a university football team. How'd the guys treat you? Like, how'd you feel? Did you feel like you're welcomed in, or?
I think that, honestly speaking, this was like probably the most welcoming team I've probably ever been on, for sure.
Awesome.
These guys all came in like my first day, and were all just trying to talk to me, get me roped in, and let me know what was happening, and really showed me the standard as to how I can be here and start and be a great player. And I really enjoyed my first couple months here, and I think I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my months here too.
Awesome, man. And you talk a bit about the standard and stuff. Culture is a big word that's thrown around in football and sports in general. How would you describe the culture here?
I honestly think that it's unmatched, really. People say that we're not a varsity team or a club team, but this is a varsity team in my eyes, honestly speaking. We take everything serious. We're in the weight room, we're on the field. There's guys, like, leaders are leaders, and people follow our leaders on our team, and I think that it's a really big impact. Like, you get here and guys take conditioning seriously. Guys take those little reps seriously. Mental reps are a very big thing, and it's a very big difference from playing in Toronto or at the high school level, where you can really do anything you really want to and still escape because you're a good player. Now you really have to fight, to play. And I really fought to play, and I think I showed that, and I played this year, which I really enjoyed as well.
Right. So talk about coming from high school. What are the differences you see in, like, going from high school in terms of, like, maybe support, programming, stuff like that coming to Dal?
In general, there's a lot more support coaching wise. In high school, I really had one coach, Chris Osmond, who was really kind of there throughout like our high school days. So I'd work with the linemen, and he'd work with the other skilled positions, because we could only do what we could do.
Right.
So I wasn't really practicing much, but I was helping guys get better. But coming here, I saw, like, I have you, and then I have Coach O'Neill as well. They're helping me every step of the way and guiding me and showing me new things about football that I never even knew. So it's a very big difference from high school.
Cool. And then, you talked a little bit about, off season and the standard and stuff like that. This is your first off season, obviously. Tell us a little bit about the off season stuff.
Well, it's not a joke. I kind of took it as like it's off season, just lifting weights. I could get away with it. I've lifted weights before, but I had my first off season training with you guys like this Friday, and it was hell, to be honest with you. I struggled a lot, and I learned to push myself just that day. Right. I know that every day is going to be a different challenge, so I could tell it's going to be a lot of fun having to play with you guys throughout the off season.
All right, so coming from Toronto, how exactly did you end up at Dal? What made you choose Dal?
Well, I had options coming out of high school as to where I wanted to go, and I really felt like going away would have been like a once in a lifetime experience. On top of that, like, you guys really showed me a different way of football, and you guys showed me that, like, there's a health side to football as well. Like, you guys really showed that you guys take care of your players. And for me, I'm a very big health guy. Like, I've studied health promotion, and I really look like I take care of my health really well. I try to, at least. So seeing that you guys have sensors inside the helmets to prevent concussions and alert you guys on time in case of any injuries, and having trainers on during the practices and on game days was really a big deal to me. So I really felt like it would be a great home for me.
Right. So talking a little bit about health promotion in your first year academically, how'd that go?
It was really easy to manage with a great schedule. I feel like out of all football programs, Dal has the best schedule to be a student athlete, and you really put student first. And I know if I was slacking in any of my classes, then you would have made sure I was on top of my game for sure.
Yeah.
But I found it pretty relatively easy. I love health, so it was something I enjoyed doing. So I found it pretty simple to go through all my tasks.
Right. And then in terms of like, obviously you were able to play first year, which is quite a cool experience in terms of a first year guy. How do you describe the game day atmosphere at Dal?
You got to experience it in person for you to really understand how amazing it is. I'm used to huddling up in a circle and you guys scream a little bit and you guys get a little bit excited, but it's different from when you're walking out of the locker room, going in from warm-ups and coming back out, and the whole crowd is screaming and there's smoke going all over the place, and your coach is running out to the field already, and you have Coach Swick just yelling from the sideline, let's get ready, boys. And it's amazing to just feel that, and then run out onto the field and see everybody's cheering for you. You really feel supported by the whole community.
So coming from Toronto, obviously a big move in terms of taking yourself all the way to the East Coast. Yeah. So you're a res guy. Tell us a little bit about how, if you've enjoyed that, what that's like.
Well, the move was really simple for me, honestly speaking. I drove 19 hours to get here with my mom, and it was a great drive.
Yeah.
It sucked because it was long, but when we got here, we moved everything in pretty cleanly, and I really felt like I settled in pretty fast. I'm not used to being away from my family per se, but I really managed to sleep well and get myself in order by myself, really.
Would you recommend other people come and do that?
I think if you want to really learn as a player and grow as a player individually, I think this is the best place for you to come. If you're not sure on where you want to go and what you want to do, I think coming here and finding yourself is a great option. Like, I came here not knowing whether I'm playing O-line or D-line or what I want to really do in the future, and I got here and everything was kind of set straight for me through the guidance of you guys. So playing O-line now full time really helps me as a person, and I know my position. I really feel like I'm owning that position now,
right,
compared to previous years where I'm playing D-line and O-line. I'm switching. I don't really know what I'm doing per se.
Right.
But I would recommend guys to come out here and really find themselves as a player and grow and develop, because there's a lot you can learn from these guys. You guys play fast-paced ball. You guys aren't bad at football. You guys know what you guys are doing. You guys coach us up. You guys help us know how to be better all the time. So I think guys coming here is a better experience for them, if anything.
Right. And you're talking a little bit about pace of play and stuff. Like, how would you say that the AFL compares to things you've played before?
I think people see the name AFL and they see like, oh, it's an AFL, it's a club team. People don't play like it's a club sport. This is fast-paced football. This is aggressive. It's strong. There's guys, for example, like Matt Lawton on the team that in my first practice let me know this is not going to be a walk in the park. Like, he came and told me this is not going to be easy. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hit you. And you have guys like Max Parker that are on every other second down play during walkthrough, he's running full head of steam at you. And you have to play football to stay alive, Yeah. So I really think that it's really fast-paced. It's really good football.
You talked a little bit about coaching and how you're supported here. Can you talk about any other support systems or anything else that you found that's great here?
Yeah, I got to give it to the trainers, to be honest. Our trainers are spectacular. I came in like a little bit, banged up here and there, bad ankles, wasn't very good at supporting myself. I'm working on it now with physio and everything. I have to give it to Lisa and WAC Physio and the team of trainers that we have. They're spectacular. Mm-hmm. They take me perfectly every single game, practice, when I have physio on the weekends. And she taught me more about my body than I knew beforehand, and I'm a health guy. Yeah. And I thought I knew everything I needed to know until I met Lisa, and she really step-by-step broke down how I can fix the things that were wrong with me at that point in time. And from there, I've grown as a player as well. So I think our support staff is amazing, spectacular. We have guys like Gore as well that help us out with everything from helmets to mouth guards to when I forget my knee pads. Yeah. He's perfect. He's just an amazing guy. So everybody here at Dal is just super helpful in general.
All right, man. Well, really appreciate you stopping by and chatting about Dal football, kind of your experience and stuff. Obviously, you had a stellar year, and I'm very, very excited to see where we go from here for your personnel, and then also just in terms of the team, man. It's huge. So thanks so much.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a great time.
All right, so we're here with Obi Odimma. It up already.
Yeah.